Alright, folks, on to the next bout of the evening. Making their way down to the ring in the red corner. Put your hands together for Shona Watson. Opponent in this contest making their way down to the ring in the blue corner. Please put your hands together for Sandra Forrest.
She is a built-up, different from the rest. Diamonds on her finger and she always looks so pissed. She is a gangster with 100 nails down. When she walks, all people touch as well. She is a built-up. She plays the lightning, I'm 100 miles high. Yeah, she lifts under like a garden snake the sky. She is a dancer and she dances in my dreams.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 68 kilogram amateur K1 bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and sponsored by Graham Kelly Solar Solutions. Introducing first your fighter in the red corner, representing Felling Warriors. Please put your hands together for Shona Watson. And her opponent facing across the ring in the blue corner from Millennium Martial Arts. Let's hear it for Sandra Forrest. This contest is a K1 bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds.
Here we go, our next bout of the evening, and our first women bout of the evening as well, Peter.
Felling Warriors, Shona Watson, Millennium Sandra Forrest.
Shona Watson getting into combat sports in 2016, and she said the reason that was because she was scrapping with her brother.
Some tidy boxing coming from Watson. Forrest answering with powerful low kicks. Watson's doing a good job here, just exploiting the reach of her arms.
Sandra's had a lot of fights thus far, well, for her age. She's 1-1 and 2 in K1 and kickboxing. Sorry, in boxing she is 2-2. It's a good left hand there. Shona looking to land them lead kicks, and Sandra Forrest obliges and lands one of her own.
So Watson's landing a few good punches, but nothing decisive yet. Forrest, by contrast, she's not getting the better of the hands, but it just looks like there's so much power on her kick. And there's Tony calling for her to chop the leg. That's good advice.
Chop the tree, that's the saying, isn't it, Peter?
Well, if she can take her legs away, she's going to stop her from being able to maneuver so fast and land those punches.
10 seconds to go here in round one. Tony asking for a big finish in the round, but Shona landing the good shots there. Shona Watson out the red corner. Very close.
Well, Shona was scoring nicely with some good punches, but nothing that really seemed to hurt or phase Forrest. Forrest, by contrast, didn't really land a lot of her punches, but when the leg kick came, it really had some meat on it. Some real experience in these corners here too. There's local legend Billy Saul from Felon Warriors dishing out advice to his fighter.
Absolutely. Next bout after this one is our last one on the undercard, and then that's when the business starts to kick in. But we've got this one, and Jake Scott versus Luca Mossa to go, and then we shall swiftly move on. But we've got some great action with the ladies here, and round two is about to get on the way. It's good stuff from Forrest there.
Forrest being more aggressive this round, pushing in, closing the distance, not allowing Watson to stay on the end of our punching range.
Absolutely. Forrest in the blue corner, Watson in the red corner. Sandra Forrest looking to just land the body shots there as she came in close, and she told me that this week that they've been training to kind of work on the reach of Shona Watson.
Well, that's what's been causing the problems there in the first round, but this round she seems to have solved that problem just by being so aggressive in the way she comes forward. She's clearly very strong. Watson's scoring nicely with those punches, but she doesn't appear to be able to really hurt Watson yet. Forrest yet.
Sandra Forrest, 32 years of age, training up in the martial arts. Good story about her. She used to be a professional at Newcastle United, but gave it up for martial arts. But she does get caught there. That's a delayed reaction.
Well, that came out of nowhere.
Did.
I was saying Watson was landing those great scoring punches, but she didn't appear to be phasing Forrest whatsoever. And that one landed right on the button.
Landed a great one too there. And it was a bit of a delayed reaction, Peter. It was a bit weird, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it happens.
Now Sandra looking to bite down on the gum shield and potentially get that one back. But she'll land the good shots now as they're trading to get a little bit closer. But Shona doing a good thing there. You're stepping back and using that reach.
Well, that's what Shona should do. Go back to that method that was working for her, being composed, looking for accuracy over power. When she started fighting fire with fire there, it was a kind of a 50-50 fight now. It was a coin toss. It was the accuracy that paid off for Shona Watson.
Potentially a big round needed for Sandra Forrest in round three.
Forrest's going to have to really do something to pull that back. Watson needs to stay on her bike, keep working that long range, accurate punching, and Forrest needs to turn this into a firefight.
Yes, like we mentioned there, when they were in that little
seconds out for the third and final round.
She was getting success. Now looking to, as you mentioned, drag Shona into that sort of a dogfight. Sandra just having a bit of a difficult time just sort of getting into the range of Shona, but Shona was doing a fantastic job.
Well, Shona's
staying at range.
She's moving nicely.
Yes.
She's choosing good, accurate punches. But again, the football background makes sense. That low kick from Sandra Forrest is pretty potent.
She probably had a hell of a volley on her back in the day. But just Peter, just quickly actually, as you know, a shorter fighter trying to get into the range, how difficult is it to try and get into that range and try and basically what we mentioned, try and drag it into a dogfight?
Well, you can win fights as the shorter fighter. It just means they're always going to be hard. The referee was warning Watson for holding and pulling down, but she didn't really have any choice. She was pulled in the corner.
Just at reach, Shona Watson just sort of stepping in and landing her punches there. Sandra Forrest just looking for a knee there inside the close quarters action there. Here we go. Shona Watson lands that leg kick.
I'm really impressed with how well Watson's taken those low kicks. Some of those low kicks were really powerful, and she's been able to keep her feet mobile, get herself into position.
Ten seconds to go here, round number 2. Tony urging Sandra to keep working as she got her woman pushed up against the ropes as she obliges and lands a good right. End of round 2. Sandra looking a bit tired, but respectively though, Shona as well looking a bit tired as well in the corner. Apologies, I thought we had one more round than we did. That's me getting carried away, and I'm probably hoping for some more action there, Peter. Time moves fast when you're having fun. Here at the Walker Activity Dome, live on Notorious TV.
Well, that was precision versus power, and I think precision has won the day.
Put your hands together for both our fighters.
We're going to go over to the official decision.
After 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges to declare your winner. In the red corner, Shona Watson. And let's hear it far out, Sandra Forrest.
Shona Watson gets the win here against Sandra Forrest. Very competitive fight, but it was the reach of Shona Watson just being a little bit too much for Sandra there.
Watch, stream, live. Notorious TV.